Hello again. It's part 2 of Tango Tuesday Tidbit. So we're going to continue on with our lesson we started last week. And you should have, hopefully, a little tile like this that you like, that has a watercolor on it. Or maybe you're starting from just a blank Zentangle tile or similar paper because you don't want to do the background. That's fine. Whatever works for you. So this, I was thinking about what to do. I'm always thinking what to do, what to teach. And inspiration sometimes comes in odd places. And I was putting things back from renovating parts of our house. And I came across this beautiful pottery that my late mother-in-law collected because they lived near the Six Nations Mohawk Reserve in Ontario. And my late father-in-law was very well, I guess what's the word? Important in that he had a lot of he was a doctor and he had a lot of patients on the reserve. So she collected the pottery, and if you want to look it up online under Six Nations pottery, you can read all about the history of it. That started in the 1960s and how unique it is. And their designs are beautiful. So this design on the lid of this pot really caught my eye as I was putting it back in its special place. And so this whole pot, you won't see the rest of it yet. You have to wait. Is going to be the inspiration for this lesson. So we're going to start with the border first, which is unusual, but that's what we're going to do. And it's going to be quite a wide border. Usually my borders are quite narrow, but you can actually start with the pencil, Loretta. Let's start with the pencil. I've got a 2H pencil here, and I'm going to do a border that's a good, I'd say, 3/4 of an inch from the corner. I'm going to put a dot. And the same over here, just roughly over here. And so about 1/2 to 3/4 of an inch. So quite a wide border we're going to make today. I'm going to connect that with my pencil line, and they're fairly straight lines. They don't have to be exactly straight. Oh, that one's a little wonky, Loretta. Let's bring that down. Okay. Make that work. So you've got something like that. And then I'm going to go over that line with my pen. So I can do any kind of changes I want to. I'm using a Micron pen. I find that a hard-nibbed pen works really well when you're going over watercolor like this. You can see that. Let me just change the, there we go, okay. And so again, it's not perfect. So whatever's going on today is coming out. So I've got a little frame that I've made. I'm going to extend these lines out. So I've got a little corner that I'm making in each corner, a little square shape. And because I'm using I use the Kuretake golden colors, you can see them golden there. They kind of make it a little more difficult for the pen to work through. So I might try, I did say that I was going to do I'm going to try a different pen just to see. This is on the fly. So this is a Faber-Castell Pitt pen in S. S is the size. And see how it goes. So I'm going to divide this space. I've got my little inspiration here and divide it and then do 2 narrow lines together, some space, give it some good space, and then 2 narrow lines together, space, and 2 narrow lines together. And I'm going to do the same on this one, some space, about a finger's width, I'd say there. 2 narrow lines together. Okay, and I'm using my finger. Fingers are very handy for measuring. And they're unique to you. I guess not perfect here. We're not trying to be completely what's the word I'm looking for? Perfect. That's all I can think of. Anyway, so what I can do, and in between each space, this is going to be the tangle, is we're going to draw a line down the middle. So it's roughly the middle that way. And then we're going to draw a line from this way to this way. That's your V shape. And then a line coming out this way and this way. So you've got a diamond right there. Let me just give that a little bit, whoop, like that. And like that. And then some diagonal lines coming down this way. And then going the opposite direction that way. And then lines, so they form sort of a chevron here. So you've got this sort of coming together. And then some lines coming down here. Again, they don't have to be perfect. They can be whatever they are today for you. And I'm going to aura this line here. Same with that one there. And do some diagonal lines coming down this way. So it's similar to what this pottery shows me, inspires me, but a little different. So working in a smaller space. And then we have these. So I'm going to just do a zigzag here and here. And then we're just going to repeat that same thing. So we're going to go like this. Have the V shape coming off. Like this. So we've got the diamond shape right there. And the cross right here. And some diagonal lines coming through here. Same with over here. Oop, I can fit them in there. Tiny, tiny, teeny, tiny. This pen is working better than the PN. So you have to sort of experiment and see what works for you in your pen lineup. And then we're going to have some diagonal lines coming through this way and auraing, mirroring, might be easier to say. And then aura these lines here. And diagonal lines coming here. Really pretty. I don't know if it's already a, somebody's Tangle pattern. There's just too many for me to even think about, but I really like it, and it probably needs a name. So if you can think of a name for this new, to me, Tangle, maybe we call it Sixth Nation. I don't know. Then Write it in the comments or send me a note. So we're just going to carry on and go around the full edge of the tile. And that's your lesson for today, is just to do your border. I hope you enjoy your tangling time, and we'll see you next time for a Tangle Tuesday tidbit. Bye-bye.